Good morning, traders. This is Ed Carter with the Trader Vision 2020 featured trade idea, the setup and trade plan for Wednesday, August 22nd, 2018. Today's featured trade idea will be Ascena Retail. I'm not sure what they do, but some sort of apparel company. You can see that they had a trader's best friend signal, a doji, in fact 3 indecisive days on that one-day pullback after this beautiful run. 3 indecisive days, and then a strong bullish day with no wick at all here on that candle on Tuesday. If we go out to, I think I went to an 8-day, but this might be weekly. Someplace out here, 8 days or weekly or 6-7 days, something like that's where I found these resistance levels. Could this be moved down a touch? Could this be moved up a touch? Yeah, it could be moved either way. If you feel more comfortable moving it one way or the other, feel free to do it. That was my best guess. You can see that it lines up here fairly well as matching up fairly well up in here and fairly well in there. If we go back to the daily, we can also see, we could drop in a level like this, probably something like that, as a potential topping out there, and that's kind of where we found support on the pullback. So we've got some support there. I'll be looking for a breakout trade on this, probably. Well, you know what? I might move this down just a touch. We close at 486. Let's move that down to 488. And just for grins, let's drop this down below what could be support there. And let's see what that does for us in terms of risk reward. I'm not sure it'll make it for us. We may have to tighten this up some across these bottoms where I had really drawn that line in before. Basically, the bottom of this candle body matches up with the bodies of those 3 dojis. That's where I was looking for a little support there, but that was before seeing this. Let's take a look at this in Trader Vision. ASNA. While our data provider says that they reported June 4th, which would imply a 9/4 report, I actually looked this up on NASDAQ, and they're claiming it will be a September 24th report date, so that gives us plenty of time. We've got 6 bullish indications, no bearish indications, and enough liquidity, and they trade about $14 million worth of stock per day or more. Again, this is a very nice setup, so let's go ahead and see if we can plan it out. What did I say? 488. And let's say the stop is 457. With the first target up here about 547. And a second target up there around 585. It says we can do 483 shares and stay below that $150 risk to stop out. But let's look at 500 shares, see what that does for us. Still a small position. And $155 of risk, I can certainly live with that. In fact, and I don't want to bump it up again. Let's just go with this. So if we sold 250 shares at that first target, we'll be picking up 12% there. And we wouldn't quite be getting 2 to 1. We'd only be 1.9 to 1, because we're talking about, as I move that stop down, it's now over 6 1/3%. So let's look at that again. If if we felt some support there off of the bottom of this body, just below this candle, and at the body of these two candles, so right in that area, we might get some support there. So let's move that stop up in there into that area. Let's call that what, 66. Okay, let's see if that would do the trick for us. In fact, it would, and in fact that would take us up. We could almost do 700 shares at this point. Let's replan the whole thing. 3.3%, $154 of risk if stopped out. Let's change that to 350. If we sold 350 at that first target, we're still getting that almost 12.1%. If we had to sell the entire position there, we'd more than make our goal. We'd pick up 413 bucks. But if we can hold on to the other half and hit that second goal where, or that second target where those weekly support and resistance levels matched up pretty well, not perfectly, but pretty well with the Fibonacci extensions of the previous run. And you know, we could put a third chunk in here if we've got 700 shares. Let's just do that. Let's just say we can hold on to part of it for a home run. So let's mess with it a little bit. Let's say we 150 shares at that second target. It'll leave us 200 to play with. And let's add an exit. And that third one's clear up around 650. So let's be a little conservative and call that 640 and sell the other 200 shares there. If we were to do that, that's a very nice 31% run on that third chunk. And that would take us up to a 19% trade overall, really giving us an outstanding setup here. So that's what we'll be looking for. And by the way, why can we look at this and say, well, it might continue to run? Let's go back out to that weekly chart. We've been in a bullish trend down here really since about April or March. And so we're not looking for anything crazy. We're just looking for the trend to continue. And so I don't think it's a crazy plan to say that that would continue. Let's say, what is that, a month? Another month. We certainly had that much run here. We had a run up, some consolidation, a little J hook here, and then a continuation run up here that was very strong, of about the same magnitude. And that's kind of what we'll be looking for here. So that will be our trade idea for today, our trade plan. Please evaluate this against your view of the market. We are at all-time highs, but the bulls are certainly strong. It's hard to bet against the bulls in this market, but we are at all-time highs, so bear that in mind. But if this matches your view of the market, your trading style, and your rules and criteria, I wish you the best of luck. I wish you the best of luck regardless today, and I hope to see you in the trading room.